Happy Self-Love Saturday. Whoop whoop. So I'm back. What am I doing here on my own channel? Uploading like a regular YouTube person. I know it has been a while, guys, and I apologize for that, but if I was just to be fully transparent, I wasn't inspired to upload onto my YouTube channel. I was unsure as to the kind of content I wanted to put up, what that looked like. I wanted to focus a lot more on my long form and scripted content. I genuinely consider myself to be a storyteller, a true filmmaker, and I like scripted work. I like web series, I like pilots, I like features, I like documentaries. So that's what my focus was. And so that's why I was a little like, what am I gonna upload? And next thing you know, a year goes by. Anyway, I'm back. Here I am. And what a better time than to be here than
coronavirus,
where things are very unknown and things are very unsure. But I literally wanted to do this video because I had a good day today. And
coronavirus
has been very up and down for me. But in this last few days, week almost, I want to say, I have felt like I've been figuring it out. And a big part of my energy and my focus has been on pivot, on the word pivot, on pivoting, on what it looks like to pivot, and what that means for an entertainer, what that means for an artist, what that means for a filmmaker, a freelancer, all people, all creatives. What does that look like? What is the pivot? And today, like I said, I had a good day. I had the kind of day where I discussed one project that is genuinely in pre-production, and despite the unsureness of when we will be allowed to go back outside, we can still be moving forward, we can still be planning and moving like as if we will eventually be back out in the fall, which I really hope so, okay? So that was a positive. This project is moving in a way that
coronavirus
not stopped it in any way, basically. And so that is just, what a blessing. And then I also am writing a project right now with a friend who lives in London, and we communicate often, but right now what has happened to us is we're like, well, yo, I really got the time now. Like, you know, before we had a certain schedule in place for how the writing would move along, and now it's ramped it up a little bit because we have longer days, we have a little bit more time, but in a positive way. And it feels good to be writing something with a friend. And so it was just good to just have those conversations. And then I was also included in a founders Zoom meeting for startups and entrepreneurs, brought to you by my friend Chandra, who is a chief financial officer, and she included me in this, and it felt really good. Right now I'm in, before COVID had started, I was in the process of restructuring my production company, and in the process of also reaching out to investors and all the work that goes into that end of entrepreneurship. And so then this kind of thing hit, and it has had my brain thinking about pivots. And what does pivoting look like, and what can I do right now that doesn't stop me in my tracks, that keeps me going, and that keeps my vision going for my company and for myself. And before I had that call, I'd been thinking about pivoting, and then I got on that call, and a lot of the people on there just kept talking about that. Whether they were literally in emails and in discussions with actual financiers and venture capitalists and all those people, they were literally talking mainly about the pivot and what it takes as entrepreneurs to figure all of that out. And so, yeah, I wanted to do this video mainly because I wanted to be fully transparent, let you guys know what has been inspiring me, because I can't worry about the unknown. I've been trying my best not to. In moments when I'm starting to feel really down or sad or scared, I put on some music, something that can make me feel good, and I focus on the things I can control. I can control my craft. I can control working on it. I can control, talking to my friends, talking to my family. I'm not a big FaceTime person, so I haven't been going crazy on FaceTime, but I still FaceTime the people that I normally would, like my mom or my best friends. But other than that, I just send a lot of texts. I send a lot of messages. I go on Instagram in a healthy way. At least I try, because I can also recognize, at least in the first week of this, where my screen time had majorly gone up. I listen to the news just a little bit, just to know what's going on, but that's really about it, because it can get dark and it can get very depressing. And I pray. I write down my gratitude. I meditate. I sit, like literally just sit still and just let myself sit still. I buy wine when I need to buy wine. I also eat cake when I need to eat cake. I let myself live, and I also let myself wander and roam freely right now as a daydreamer. I've seen a lot of things that have been like, if you don't come out of this with a side hustle and a this and a that and a this and a that, and I'm just not in agreement with that. I just think we are all so stressed out right now. To also put the pressure on us that we have to be uber productive and just doing the most, I just think is unrealistic, and will cause more stress, to be quite honest with you. So I think it's a matter of thinking about the projects you were already working on, the things you were already dreaming about, the things you already wanted to do, and then allot some time for that. Just put that into your schedule. Put a little bit of that into your day and let that be your thing. And I was already working on restructuring my company and talking to investors before COVID. And so all that's happened to me now is I'm thinking more so about the pivot of my business, the pivot of what's next, and the pivot that I have to do to remain happy and to remain fulfilled, and to also remain positive about our very uncertain future. And so that's why I wanted to make this video, to remind you guys that you still have control over your happiness. It just is gonna look a little different these days than maybe what you used to do. And that if you are in the middle of any kind of job or career or business crisis, then I think the thing to be thinking about is how you can pivot, what that looks like. What does the quick change of direction, what does that actually look like? I hope this helps any of you that are struggling right now. I also want to let you guys know that I'm going to be posting more on this channel. I'm also going to be putting up a bunch of videos that I haven't edited, that I had sitting in the can, just sitting, just waiting. And so expect more, all right? Expect more. Anyway, good to see you. Hope you're doing all right. Leave me a comment, okay? Bye.